What's up, everyone? I'm Ashley Smashley. In this video, we're going to talk about how your physical experiences in your 3D reality are manifesting because of repressed emotional energy from your childhood. If you are new here, smash that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment below. On this channel, we talk all things spiritual awakening, the light and the dark, so we can become aware and integrate, because that's necessary to become the version of you that can live out your infinite potential. And how we become the version of us that can live out our infinite potential is by becoming aware and integrating, feeling and processing the low frequency energies that are in our body that are weighing down our dominant vibration. And how we become aware of those energies is through our everyday life experiences. When we are triggered, we have an experiencing, manifesting in our reality because of this energy that we're carrying around that's repressed within our energetic field and in our physical body. And we likely repressed this in childhood, and we chose that childhood experience to repress that energy because we've likely been carrying it around through many lifetimes, and also so that we can alchemize the energy and ascend back to unconditional love and be able to unlock our infinite potential. And yes, so I'm sitting in traffic. Don't mind me, I'm a mess, right? Just got off of work. And do you hear my car? Do you hear how quiet my car is now? Yeah, that was $600 later. So anyway, I'm sitting in traffic and I'm thinking about this experience that I had with a person who was the first person that I've been romantically interested in years, the first person I've dated or even given the time of day in years, right? And we haven't spoken barely. I've spoke to him once in months, and I blocked him. Yes. So, I don't know why, you think you're just like, oh, well, I'm just going to move on. It wasn't even that serious, blah, blah, blah. This person obviously isn't right for me. We can logically rationalize away our experiences without getting to the root of why that experience manifested in your physical life in the first place, right? So sitting here in driving, feeling what is the actual emotion that I'm feeling that is manifesting now in my adult life that would have been something that I repressed as a child. And this is how we become aware. We have to analyze our current life experiences and get to the underlying emotional frequency of the experience. And then once you get to that, through this experience, right? This man that I wanted him to choose me so bad. I'm just like, why don't you love me enough to choose me? Or why don't you love me enough? Right? And that's from my childhood, because I didn't feel like I got the love that I needed from my parents. So I can go back into that little wounded little inner child girl version of me by triggering that emotion from my current life experience and feel it. Be present with it. Allow it to exist. Say, okay, my human is having this emotional reaction, and I am not this emotion. I'm not the character feeling the emotion. I'm the creator of this entire game. My human is having this emotional reaction, so I'm just going to sit here and let my human experience the emotion and feel the sensations in the body. And when you do that, you allow the energy to actually process up and come out of you. So I talk about this a lot, finding your own emotional energy alchemization process on how you can process the emotional energy out of your body. But the way we get to these root emotions that are trapped in our body are through our physical life experiences, because the experiences will continue to manifest on the screen of our consciousness, our everyday life. This is an energy hologram. None of this is actually even real, right? I'm not a real person. It's an illusion. And so it's a game that God created, right? God decided, you know what? We're going to make Earth. And so all these little committees formed, and there were aliens and archangels, and they're like, let's make Earth, right? So they split up into committees, all these individualized consciousnesses, and created this game of Earth to go into the darkness, right? And so Earth has been in the darkness for a long time, right? And then we came into the age of Aquarius, where we're transitioning into the light, the ascension process, when more people are waking up to realize that we're not just little human characters. Yes, we are the humans as well. We are everything and everyone. You are that tree, you are that rock, you are literally everything. You are your emotions, you are your ego, you are the demons, you are the most evil things that go on this planet. That's you, baby. All right, so when you know that, or when you've had that actual tangible experience of coming out of your body and your consciousness merging into that oneness, like, I don't know where I would be on my journey if I haven't had several of those experiences. So if you haven't yet to have one of those experiences, when your consciousness leaves your human body and you become the oneness, and then you know everything. In that moment, you know everything. And then you come back into your human character and you take on the identity of your character again, and you think you're a human, you think you're a victim, you think you're having all these physical, real experiences, and it's not real. But it's a game, right? It's a game that we're playing. We're Source playing this game, and so we're interacting with each other. Source is all interacting with each other in the form of different human characters to deliver each other experiences on how to reflect back to us the energies that are still stuck in our body from the unprocessed emotions. It's just energy. It's just frequency. Everything has an energetic frequency. And so when you understand how to play the game, you understand how to process the emotions and alchemize the energy, you begin to use every single physical experience that you have in which you're triggered to reflect back to you what still needs to be processed within your energetic field that's preventing you from getting in alignment with the truth of who you really are and unlocking your infinite potential, raising your dominant vibration to return to unconditional love, and expanding your consciousness back to the oneness when we become enlightened and the identity of the character drops, right? So, and there's another thing that's been manifesting. I've been upset with somebody in my life, and I realize that it's manifesting in my adult life from what I repressed, my anger from that person from our childhood. So it took me a minute to realize that. I'm like, why am I so mad about this? It's not the current experience. It's the repression from our childhood. It's causing it to manifest in the physical. So you're like, oh my God, there's something else to become aware of. Something else to become aware of and integrate. And so when you start to look at your life like this, why is this manifesting in my life? What emotion, what energy needs to be alchemized? And you just go into your process and clear the energy. It literally takes like 60 seconds, a minute to 2 minutes of sitting with that energy for it to come up and alchemize. But we're so quick to pick up a distraction tool. And the more dense energy that you have inside your vessel, the stronger substance you need to keep it within. This is why I used to be a drug addict, because I had so much dense energy in my vessel that I had to turn to drugs or alcohol. Or there's food, shopping, sex, going to the gym, literally watching TV, video games, cleaning, working, goals. anything and everything can be used as a distraction tool from emotional energy coming up and coming out of you to be processed. Anything you give, when you're giving your body data to process through the 5 senses, it takes away from your ability to process energy out of your body. So that's why you see people constantly doing, or drug addicts, alcoholics, people who are promiscuous, people who are always on the go, people who are always out there at the gym and going crushing goals, people who are work addicts, workaholics, whatever it is, whatever your distraction tools are, people who play video games all day or scroll on their phone all day. That's my distraction tool of preference, scrolling on my phone right now, which is better than drugs, obviously. I don't ever feel the need to reach for substances anymore to repress my emotional energy, which is great, because I've done enough of the energy alchemization process and cleared enough of the dense, dark, heavy frequency energy out of my vessel to not need to revert back to picking up substances and relapsing. And that's why people relapse, because they pick up other distraction tools and don't actually go into the inner work. And eventually those less strong distraction tools won't work anymore. And you have to go back to drugs and alcohol to keep that energy in, instead of facing it and feeling it. And once you actually start to face and feel the energy, it still is scary sometimes. Like, I don't know why it's so scary to feel our emotions or just sit with yourself while you're having an emotional reaction to something. Why have we been programmed to be so afraid of our emotions? And why, I know it's been a long time, they've been burying all the wisdom of this earth for a long time, keeping us hyperfixated in the physical, because they don't want us to unlock our infinite potential and activate our DNA. But when you clear this emotional energy out of your body, you will activate your DNA and unlock your infinite potential. And we're going to be able to see in the physical the people who are actually doing this work. People are going to start flying and teleporting and all kinds of stuff. That superhumans, we're becoming superhuman. All right? And that is what the divine path to unlock your infinite potential will do for you. Okay? So, yeah. If you are having a hard time with your emotions, or if you're like, I have no idea where to start, I don't know how to process emotional energy, I am so afraid to feel my emotions, I'm always having these huge emotional reactions to things, or, whenever guilt or shame comes up, you pick up or you go to some deflection tool, like narcissists do. And as soon as guilt or shame arises, they pick up a deflection tool. Just pray about it and start meditating. Go for a walk and ask for the strength to face this from within. Ask for the strength to free yourself from the demons that are keeping you acting out in your unhealthy behaviors, the demons that are attached to your human character. We all have attachment entities in there because we have low frequency emotions in our body, and that energetic frequency makes us a frequency match to those demons. So as you go through this process, you clear the emotional energy, you raise your frequency, the demons can't stay attached to you. They have to leave your vessel because you're not a frequency match. Just like when you raise your frequency, people in your life will just automatically fall out of your life. You don't even have to do anything, really. It just happens on its own accord because you're not in a vibrational match with that person anymore. So this is how we use our physical life, our every single day life. You can go into deep shadow work and hypnosis and all this stuff to do it, but you could just do it in your everyday life because your life is constantly reflecting back to you what energies you still have repressed within your system. in your everyday life experiences, which are manifesting and you're getting triggered, like you're having an emotional reaction of some sort. And sometimes it takes a little digging to get to the root. Like in this situation, I'd be like, oh, I'm so heartbroken. I'm just heartbroken, right? That would be like the surface level emotion, being heartbroken. But it's actually much deeper than that. It's like this need to be chosen and loved by my parents. So allowing yourself to get into that emotional experience without hyperfixating on the story that's currently manifesting in your life. You can be grateful. Like for the person that's reflecting back to you, the mirror that's triggering you in your physical life, we usually blame, right? You're triggering me. You did this to me. You broke my heart. You damaged my car. Right? Blame, blame, blame. When you created the soul contract with that person to experience all those experiences in the first place because you wanted to become aware of the energy, you wanted to clear your karma. Like I needed that experience to clear my karma and to clear this emotional energy out of my body that's been stuck in there since I was a kid. It's like a generational thing that could be manifesting in your life that you decided, you all your lineage, you all got together and they're like, who's the strongest? Who can do it? And you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm a bad bitch. I'm gonna go forth and I will alchemize all this generational nonsense that's been going on in our lineage so that we can clear this out of our DNA. Yeah, I can do that. So whenever you're going through these big emotional experiences, be like, I took this on because I'm a bad bitch, or I'm the fucking man and I knew I could do it. My whole fucking every ancestor's out there cheering me on because they knew I was the strongest. They knew that I could handle this, right? If you are doing this energetic alchemization work, you are on the forefront of consciousness. You are on the verge of becoming a superhuman. So keep that in mind. Awareness is key. Whenever you're having an emotional reaction to something, get to the root emotional frequency. Don't blame. Don't fucking go attack other people because of it. They are a mirror. When you're looking in a mirror and you have something in your teeth, you don't punch the mirror or get mad at the mirror. You fucking pick the food out of your teeth and then the mirror doesn't reflect that back to you anymore. That's exactly what's going on this earth. When you have an emotional reaction in the physical, that person is a mirror reflecting back to you energy that's still stuck in your body, and you set up a soul contract with that person for them to reflect that back to you so that when you have that experience, you can be so grateful and just love them. Like, sure, you're human, we'll go through experiences where they're going to blame and be mad at people and all that stuff, but ultimately, when you get back to a higher state of consciousness, you remember, oh wait, you're actually my love, my soulmate through all space-time eternities and countless other lives. The people you pick to trigger you and have these huge emotional reactions with and like that break your heart, they're actually your best friends in the spirit realm, like your soul mate, like your divine counterpart, your twin flame. These people means, these spirits, like the people, their spirit means so much to you in the grand scheme of what's actually going on here, that you can look past the human character and everything that they did to you and what's going on, and you can just be so grateful for them and love them no matter what. So, yeah, keep that in mind and use your experiences as a mirror to reflect back to you the energy that's still stuck in your body, and let your human have its little human reactions when it needs to, but always come back to the source consciousness that you are, alchemize the energy, and keep trucking along your divine path, following your intuition one divine step at a time, clearing out this emotional energy, raising your dominant vibration, and you will activate your DNA and unlock your infinite potential. If you like this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video.